Digital mindset for me is simply an experience. What you touch, feel, things are clicking, working. The world has already standardized that, has shown a parity experience. As a consumer, for example, Amazon is set the bar for what that experience should look like. Quick clicks, good searches, products you're looking for, easy checkout. These are digital experiences now. A technology mindset is the engine underneath that, that enables that. Understanding what makes that technology engine underneath the digital experience and how to develop that with the right principles, solution, architecture of that particularly, that's the difference between a digitized experience and a technology experience. I meet a number of companies and founders, and we have deep conversations on that once the due diligence gets to a little further where we're seriously interested. And a lot of them will share the experience of a consumer. But when we talk about possibilities, the creation of possibilities through technology, the thought process behind that I find is sporadic at best. I think a higher percentage of founders and startups should be focusing in that space. Because I look at an e-commerce player, for example, locally, and they'll talk about the experience. And then I will ask a few questions. Well, in 2 years' time, if something happens, how will you move from this to that? Because every time a growing company has to uproot technology or reinvest in it, it's very disruptive to the organization itself. It's very difficult to do. You must have a longer view on creating the platform on which your digital experience is going to sit. Because as the world changes, and it's changing rapidly now with how technology is evolving, as the world is changing, you must be able to keep up with it. You can't take like 6 months every time you want to add another feature. And if you look at Amazon, for example, there's a reason when you and I as consumers started engaging with it, people started copying that. Other competitors said, well, we need a e-commerce site, we need to compete. But Amazon's release of features and keeping up with that, just as an example of one vertical, and others have done it too, was rapid. The reason they were able to do that is because they platformed that really well. Others were doing it as an afterthought and did not have those possibly years of thought process in that space on how to structure it. So Amazon kept winning. Others kept trying to keep up in a very disjointed manner, So when we talk about digital versus like true technology, early on, it is easy to do, and I tell this to startups that we're not asking you to invest in it and build the best engine on day one, but you must think through it. I was fortunate to have learned from mentors and peers over the years on what that thought process looks like, and we want these startups to think like that. So digital experience is like what's the touch and feel, but underneath that, the engine must be solutioned or architected in a manner that it keeps evolving and implement, you can implement the change very fast.